Friday practice for the Hungarian Grand Prix has been completed, so as always, guys, let's have a look at some of the main talking points. I'm bringing you 5 things that we learned from Friday practice at the Hungarian Grand Prix. So the first thing is that Ferrari seemed back relatively in terms of their own pace. In FP1, Sainz got first place, Charles Leclerc got P3. In second practice, it was not quite as simple for them. Sainz got P3, which was impressive, but Charles Leclerc ended up putting his Ferrari into the wall and creating a lot of work for his mechanics to do tonight to get it ready for free practice 3 in the morning and qualifying, more importantly, on Saturday afternoon. But in terms of pure pace, based off today, Ferrari look a lot better. They've been a long way off it in these last few rounds. Ever since Leclerc got that win in Monaco, they've looked really bad, to be honest with you, for the most part. They've either looked distinctly average or just downright terrible by their standards. So you never know. It looks positive anyway in terms of their overall performance, but maybe a car that's difficult to get that kind of speed consistently, as we saw. So the second thing we learned is that Zhou Guanyu is looking very quick in Hungary, particularly in FP1. I mean, we know how much that Sauber's been struggling. They're still the only team not to score any kind of points. But Zhou Guanyu up in P5 in FP1, maybe that could be a sign that we could see a Q3 appearance by the Sauber. And if he can repeat his exploits from qualifying last year, I think he'd be in a very good chance of getting some points on Sunday. But it's going to be tough for them no matter what. Sauber right now are comfortably the worst team on the grid. The third thing is that, Haas are not looking too good, particularly in FP1. Dead last for them, basically. P19 and P20. Albeit Ollie Behrman in for Nico Hulkenberg, but, even in K-Mag's hands, he was complaining about the brakes. It was not good. I mean, he said his seat was quite nice, I have to admit, a nice seat, something comfortable like this is always very refreshing, but... in a Formula 1 car, you need brakes that work well, especially around Hungary, and especially in those hot temperatures. It looked absolutely sweltering there today. I mean, I've caught the sun today myself, but over in Hungary, it looks even hotter. So, it's going to be quite tough for them this weekend. And it's a shame, really, because, they've had a lot of good points finishers, but you never know. Hulk could get a Q3 appearance in qualifying on Saturday, and if he does that, they could be with a good chance of getting a good result on Sunday. The fourth thing that we learned is that McLaren arguably looked the fastest team, particularly Lando Norris anyway, 2.5 tenths faster than a certain Max Verstappen in FP2, which is very, very impressive. I've said that McLaren have really, I don't want to say bottled it, but they kind of have bottled it, let's be honest with you. They could have and should have got a lot more wins than what they already have. They should have more than Norris's sole win in Miami. They should have more than that with the pace of their car. Here, though, if they get the strategy right and if they get on pole position, I think they're in a very good position to win the race. It's very hard to pass around Hungary, but you can never discount Max Verstappen. He always finds a way. And the fifth thing we've learned, I mean, I was going to reply that, we're going to reply that, you can never count out Max Verstappen thing to Sir Lewis Hamilton, but they didn't look particularly good today, Mercedes. They have won the last 2 Grand Prix, of course, but George Russell in P5 and Sir Lewis in P7 in FP2. Not great, to be honest with you, but saying that, you never know. They could pull out something magical on Sunday because they have had pole position in both of the last 2 years, and of course, they've won the last 2 races as well. But as it stands at the moment, Mercedes not looking on top of it. This doesn't look like a track that is suiting the car. Red Bull have said, and Christian Horner has said on a number of occasions, that Mercedes really struggle in hot temperatures. They've got hot temperatures this weekend, and it looks like they're struggling. So maybe for once, Christian Horner is saying something that we can rely on. Nah, that's just a joke. Or is it? But anyway. Anyway, guys, I'll be back tomorrow to go over qualifying with a 5 things review of that. That'll set the grid, obviously, for Sunday. And, of course, on Sunday, I will be bringing you a 5 things review of the race as well. So, stay tuned, guys. And, of course, keep it tuned here to the F1Chronicle.com. Like, subscribe, comment, follow, all that good stuff. And we'll see you pretty soon.